Good morning. Great by choice. Some of you might be familiar with that. It's actually the title of a book by a very good author named Jim Collins. And we're going to adapt that today to senior living marketing. We're going to talk about doing some internal intelligence to really look at your marketing programs, to really dig deep inside and see what you have as opportunities. It's your choice. It's your choice every day to go out and focus on what you do in your senior living organizations. It's your choice to really drive consistently to get to your goals. It's also your choice to possibly look inside as opposed to outside to see what your opportunities might be with marketing. You can decide if you want to be successful or fail just by looking at what you're doing internally, and that's what we're going to talk about briefly this morning. Can you see your own nose? Most of you are going to say probably not, which is very similar to our communities, our organizations. We can't always see what's right there in front of us. We can't always identify those objective things we need to look at. So today we're going to talk about how we go about that through the process of assessment, and it's all related to marketing this morning. So we're going to talk about how do we assess or look at internally what we need to do that are opportunities for us. And sometimes we don't have the finances or the opportunity to go outside and hire someone to come in and do that for us and do an assessment, so then we go forward. Sometimes what we've always done gets in the way of what we could do. So just think about what would happen if we were still using the rotary phones and we'd never embraced technology to get us to where we are today. They had to think out of that box. We also want to always think about how we can identify. We're the best ones to go in and look at what we're doing and understand where does our marketing need to take us? Where are we driven? Obviously there's a slide not on here for some reason, but we're going to keep going. So there is 8 successful steps that you can take, and we're going to do a very 10,000 foot view of looking at this process this morning. And we're going to start with probably what I consider the most important piece of these 8, and that's goals. The foundation of every good program for sales and marketing is goals. It's establishing goals and asking the question, are they obtainable? Are they realistic? Do we go back and check them? Are we meeting those goals on an annual, quarterly, weekly, daily basis? First place to do assessing. Product. Do we have the product that people want? Are they choosing us? Why are they choosing us? Let's go in and look at our product. Maybe it needs some help and enhancement. Maybe it's an old aging community that we need to look at. How do we make it better? Service delivery, we have one opportunity, to make a good first impression. So service delivery is something that we want to always assess because everyone that touches our community is affected by how we deliver phone calls, walking in the door, dining, all those things are so important. Then we look at, what do we want to do here? Do we want to aim at what we currently do, our product line that we currently have? Is that something that we just want to retweak? Do we need to go in there and just see what we can make better? Or do we want to talk about a new service? Maybe add hospice or something that might be an additional service line. Marketing strategy, another huge foundation to what we do in this assessing process. We have to go back and look at what have we done in the last 2 years that worked? What strategy can we carry forward the next 2 years, and what do we need to bring to the table that's new? Sales materials, asking the question, what we put out in front of people, do they have a good perception of our community? Does it reflect back on who we are in a very positive way? Are they fresh materials? Do they have a call to action? Budget, couple of simple questions here. If I have a marketing budget that exists every year and I don't change it, do I fit within that set budget and try to be successful? Or do I look at how I might stretch that budget? Can I grow it a little bit to handle something new in our market, tell our new and better story? Customers, do we know who they are? Do we know how we attract them? Do we know if our own residents who are our customers help us to get new customers? Who goes out and really gets that customer base? 2 of the most analyzed products that we know, Pepsi and Coke. We roll all this good information we just talked about, we spin that into an analysis, and then we come back and we say, here's where we are with our competitors. These 2 thought they were in it against each other, and then they realized everybody wanted to be a Pepper. And so number 3, Dr. Pepper, came up in the ranks, and now the Dow Jones looks at them very closely. So we always recommend analysis is important to your assessment process. And last but not least, reports. The foundation, again, to a good sales and marketing program is data-driven. So the main thing we always want to know is, How are our outcomes? What are we getting on a return on investment for what we're doing out there in the market? So reports and who's doing them and who's seeing them is important. So what I would challenge you with today is, I know you're good. You're very good at what you do for the people that you serve. I challenge you to go out and be great. And you can only be great when you're in control of that greatness. So I thank you for your time today, and have a good day.